book here. It was written by me, Moira Butterfield, and illustrated by Vivian Miniker. It's called The Secret Life of Bees. Let's go meet some bees. Come with me. Here's a beehive. It's in my next door neighbour's garden. And here's my next door neighbour, Phil, the beekeeper. Phil is opening the hive today. He's going to check that the bees are all okay after the long winter. He wants them to be calm as he opens up their home, so he's going to use a smoker. It's a little metal container that has smouldering grass inside to make smoke. He'll puff the smoke around the hive and it will calm the bees. Can you see that the hive is made of different sections, like the floors in an apartment block? Phil will check the separate parts one by one. Inside the hive, there are lots of wooden frames called supers. The bees build wax honeycombs inside the frames. They make honey and store it in the cells of the comb. The queen bee is in charge of the hive, and she lays eggs in some of the cells. They'll hatch into baby bees. In the summer, Phil will take some honey from the hive, but only what the bees can spare. He'll replace it with some sugary syrup for them to eat instead. The bees make plenty of honey, but it's hard work. It takes around 23,000 flying trips to make enough honey to fill a jar like this one. On those trips, the bees would need to visit around 2 million flowers to collect the nectar they need. That's the sugary liquid made by flowers. It's what the bees use to make the honey. There are lots of very old stories around the world about bees. I found a few to put in the book. I'm going to read you one today. It's called How the Elephants Got Their Trunks, and it's a bee tale from Thailand. I heard this funny story from a bee who heard it from another bee and another bee in a buzzy storytelling line that reaches across the world. It's an old tale from Thailand about bees nesting in the wrong place. In ancient times, when the world was young, the elephants in Thailand didn't have long trunks, and the wild bees didn't build their nests inside hollow trees like they do today. Instead, the elephants had short snouts, and the bees nested on branches in the open air. One year, the rains didn't come to the forest where the elephants and the bees lived. Raindrops usually soaked the land, but now the plants began to die. Life became hard for the elephants because there were no leaves to eat. Life became hard for the bees too because there was no sweet flower nectar to collect. The sun beat down, and soon a spark crackled and kindled among the dry wood of the forest floor. A tree caught fire, then another and another, and a curtain of flames began to sweep across the whole forest. The elephants tried to run to safety, but they didn't know which way to go. They soon grew tired, but could hear the roar of the flames not far behind. "Help, somebody, help!" they cried. "Bzzz, we'll show you the way out if you give us a lift to safety," buzzed the bees. "Of course," agreed the elephants, and they opened their mouths. The bees flew inside and settled in the cool darkness of the elephants' snouts. From there, they guided the elephants to a lake where they could wade into the water and stay safe until the forest fire burnt out. But when it was time for the elephants to return to the land, the bees refused to leave their cozy new home. The elephants trumpeted and blew and trumpeted and blew for hours and hours to get rid of the bees. They did it for so long that their trunks stretched to the size they are today. In the end, the bees did leave, to find quieter homes. They found some other trunks to live in, hollow tree trunks.
Us bees make the world a sweeter place. So don't forget to plant for us. You grow the seeds, the plants and the trees, and we'll get busy buzzing round to give you back a world of flowers and some golden honey for your spoon. See you soon.